Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inshallah, today I want to discuss with you using ma'tuf alay and ma'tuf as sentences. So previously, we said that all of these slots can come as sentences, and the ones that are highlighted, we're going to discuss those. So we've discussed the maf'ul as sentence, we've discussed the khabar as a sentence, and yesterday we discussed the mudhaf ilayh as a sentence. But today I want to discuss the ma'tuf alay and ma'tuf when they use as sentences. If you look at the sentence, what do we have here? Zayd is our subject. What did he do? He went to the masjid
and he performed salah.
So how many things did he do? Two things. So what's the mubtada? Zayd. And the khabar is the rest, isn't it? Is the khabar one word or more than one word?
More than one.
Sentence or a phrase?
Sentence.
Is it one sentence or more than one sentence?
More than one.
Because Zayd went to the masjid and Zayd performed salah, meaning Zayd done this and this.
Yeah.
All of this is the khabar. You get what I'm saying? And this becomes the ma'tuf alayh, and that becomes the ma'tuf. And obviously, same thing happens in Arabic. So before we did ma'tuf alayh and ma'tuf as one word. One ma'tuf alayh, Zaydun wa Khalidun, Fatimatu wa Zaynabu. So the ma'tuf alayh and ma'tuf are both one words each. What we're going to discuss now is with the ma'tuf alayh and ma'tuf are sentences. So we said, what do we use in ma'tuf alayh and ma'tuf sentences, structures? What comes between them? Wow. So what was the most common one, which means and? There are also a few more, quite a few more. I'll discuss a few, it's a very minimum amount today. Fa means then, or so. That also comes between two sentences to join them together. Thumma, then, and aw, or. So you have wow, fa, thumma, and aw. Okay? So there are more as well, but these are the ones that I will probably discuss and are commonly used. Okay? So let me go to the first example. So, قَالَ أَنَا أُحْيِي. Remember it came before? But the whole ayah is, the king said, قَالَ أَنَا أُحْيِي وَأُمِيتُ.
I am.
So not I am. Am will come in a jumla ismiya. So anyways, this is jumla. Where's the part of the sentence? Fa'il and fa'il. This becomes what now? Maf'ul. The whole quotation becomes the maf'ul. The maf'ul, is it one word or more than one word?
More than one word.
Is it a phrase or is it a sentence? Sentence. What kind of sentence is it? Ismiya. So you have mubtada and then you have khabar. The khabar, is it one word or more than one word?
More than one word.
Is it a sentence or is it a phrase?
Sentence.
One sentence or more than one sentence?
One sentence. Two sentences.
So then we have to have what? No. Ma'tuf alayh,
And ma'tuf.
harful atf, ma'tuf. And then this becomes what? The ma'tuf alayh is a sentence. Fa'il fa'il, fa'il fa'il. Okay. Now we have this one. I want you to do this. Right. So jumla ismiya, jumla fa'iliyah. Jumla ismiya. So what's the mubtada? Mubtada khabar. What's the mubtada? Lafzul jalal is mubtada. And
the rest is a khabar.
rest is khabar. So Allahu yastahzi'u bihim wa yamudduhum fi tughyanihim. Correct? Now we got the mubtada, we got the khabar. Khabar, one word or more than one word, sentence, more than one sentence? Sentence. One sentence or more than one sentence? Two. Why? Because yastahzi'u is what? You got a ya at the beginning, it has to be fi'l mudari'. That has to be? So then what does this become?
One sentence.
Which is called what?
Ma'tuf alayh.
Ma'tuf alayh,
And then harful atf.
harful atf, and it's called? Ma'tuf. Very good. And then now, you break this down. What is this going to become now? Ismiya fa'iliyah. Fa'iliyah. So what does it have inside? Fa'il fa'il. B.
No,
Jar majroor zarf. I'm not right jar majroor because it gets too hard to write it, but you know it's a zarf, jar majroor zarf. Same thing here. Fa'il fa'il, and whom? A pronoun and a verb makes it what? Maf'ul. And then fi tughyanihim? Zarf. Zarf made up of jar. Majroor made up of what? Mudhaf ilayh. So you can translate the whole thing. It's not difficult. It's very simple, very organized structure. So Allah
Is
once it is, remember you can't say is. Mubtada is khabar, but if the khabar is a jumla fa'liyah, then you don't use mubtada is structure. Jumla fa'liyah.
Fa'il Allah.
Yeah, so Allah does istihza with them and He does yamuddu with them in their tughyan.
What's
Yastahzi'u mocks. So the munafiqeen,
Istahza.
they do istahza. Yastahzi'u means what?
To mock.
To mock, to ridicule, to tease. So they say, oh, we believe and we don't believe. And when the Muslims say we're believers, we're not. The Muslims say we're not believers. So they kind of mock Allah in it. It's a joke of it. So Allah doesn't mock because that's obviously a derogatory thing to do. But Allah says, well, I'll let you go as well. You want to mock and play around? Okay, I'll let you go. You think that we're all right. So Allah yastahzi, Allah also mocks them. Meaning He lets them, He doesn't punish them. He lets them go in there sin and wrong, and then on the day of Qiyamah He will sort everything out. So Allah marks them, just at them, and Allah Yamuddu, He allows them to increase in their rebellion. I'll let you increase, no problem. I'll take it easy. Okay. Yep, and when the time comes, I'll get you properly. Okay. Next sentence. This is the people of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. When they were to burn him up, they said what? قَالُوا اقْتُلُوهُ أَوْ حَرِّقُوهُ. So, Bismillah. How do you start off?
Is it ismiya or fi'liya?
Yep.
And this time it's qalu, so it's ismiya, fi'liya.
Fa'liya. So you have what?
Fi'l fa'il.
And then the quotation becomes what? Maf'ul. But I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this. I've written this up in a way that people start doing it. But they say, okay, fa'il fa'il. And okay, you're programmed to think, do it like this way. But what happens when people start doing this? Fa'il fa'il. Uqtuluhu is what? Fa'il fa'il. Aw is what? Atf. Hariqu is what? Yeah, and then they say, okay, now how do you join it up?
Oh, so you're going...
So then when it happens this way, then they go, okay, this is ma'atuf alayh. Then this is ma'atuf. And then this is maf'ul. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't think, some people do this, each word individually.
Yeah.
And they go, fa'il fa'il, fa'il fa'il maf'ul, harf atf, fa'il fa'il maf'ul. Yeah, you're picking on the words, but you're not doing it in any structure. Do it like this. قَالُوا اقْتُلُوهُ أَوْ حَرِّقُوهُ. As you were doing it, what were you saying? قَالُوا is what? Fa'il fa'il. And then what's the maf'ul of قَالُوا? The whole thing. Now let's break this down. It'll be the same thing, but in order. اقْتُلُوهُ
It's ma'tuf alayh.
ma'tuf alayh. Aw is also and or. Not and or. Harf atf and hariqu is ma'tuf. Each sentence now what is it? Jumla ismiya, jumla fi'liya? Jumla?
Ismiya.
How's it ismiya?
فعلية.
Yeah, قتل يقتل قتلا to kill. So اقتلوه. Kill him or burn him. So they said, kill him or burn him. That was the suggestion. Either kill Ibrahim alayhi salatu or throw him in a fire. Okay? You understand? So the ma'tuf alayh is a sentence and the ma'tuf is also a sentence. Okay, so then this is fa'il fa'il maf'ul and fa'il fa'il maf'ul. Right. Now, I want to do this one. So this is now yours to do.
Okay.
So, start.
Jumla ismiya.
Jumla ismiya fa'liya.
Ismiya.
Why is it ismiya?
Idha is like a mudaf type of thing,
Uh-huh.
which is a ism.
What did you say yesterday when you had idha at the beginning of a sentence?
It's a ضاف
So it has to be what?
جملة فعلية.
Remember that yesterday said the same thing as well? Because idha is a mudaf, correct? But it's not a mudaf to show mubtada meaning, it always to show what? When.
When, yeah.
So it usually be what?
So zarf, that's
Yeah, so this is going to be what?
like a tiny...
Jumla fi'liya. Zarf. But zarf of what? Okay, zarf. And then what's the fa'il? Okay, what's the zarf? Show me the zarf. This is mudaf.
If
So idha is a zarf. But where does the zarf end? Tell me. إذا كالوهم أو وزنوهم يخسرون. كالوهم. What about أو?
no, إذ كالوهم أو وزنوهم is ظرف أن يخسرون.
No, يخسر. باب إفعال.
يخسرون is فعل فاعل.
Yeah, فعل فاعل. Because this is إذا and it's مضاف إليه. Because you have أو, so that means that these two are joined. This is the whole zarf. But then what happens? And then this is the فعل فاعل.
Oh, I was thinking that it's a... oh yeah, okay, fine.
So this is a mudaf ilayh, but because of aw, that means that these two are the same thing. And then this becomes a mudaf, and that whole thing is a mudaf ilayh. And then this is what?
معطوف عليه معطوف.
And harf atf, ma'tuf. And then fa'il fa'il maf'ul, kala, like qala, kala, kala, kalu. And then you have a hum pronoun on it. Maf'ul. And wazana, wazana, wazanu. So wazanu, hum. So maf'ul. And then yukhsir, fa'il fa'il maf'ul. Translation is a bit hard. Let's start with tatfif. Tatfif means basically that when these people when they do transactions, so when they have to give, they do what? Give less. So if you get example, let's say for example you worker, you builder. So you come in 8:05, leave at 3:55. So you're giving less. When you want your wages, what do you say? Full. You don't say, I came 10 minutes late and 20 minutes late and left 20 minutes early. You're full. So these people Allah lamented them saying when they're giving, when they measure, kala is to measure. You mean you measure not by weight, but like liters or by amount, not by weight, like a bag full of certain amount of liters.
Yeah.
Okay, or they give in wazana to weight when they give in weight. So when they give them in amount, when they measure, or they weigh, and whom is a maf'ul. You can't say when they weigh them or measure them. Meaning, when they weigh, measure and give them, or when they weigh and give them, yukhsirun, khasira yakhsirun, to make a loss. I mean, they give less. But the translation is secondary. We're studying his structure, and well then you understood the structure. Right, so I've got a nice one for you, nice and long, lots of rules and grammatical structures in here. But again, once you work from the way up, work your way down, you're gonna find you can do it, even without understanding translation. So akhafu is fear, khawf, innit? The khawf of Allah. Akhafu, I fear. Baddala yubaddilu, change. Deen,
Religion.
adhara yudhiru, to express, to cause, to come about. Ard, it means earth. Fasad, corruption. Okay, so let's start.
أخاف اسمية.
You always think,
فعلية. Even. I keep getting this.
so jumla fi'liya. So then what do you look for?
It's فعل فاعل مفعول.
Where's fa'il fa'il, where's the maf'ul?
أخاف
أخاف is a فعل فاعل.
أن يبدل دينكم
يبدل.
أن يبدل دينكم أو أن يظهر
يظهر.
Yeah.
would be مفعول
And then في الأرض فساد.
بطرف
Good. But is it the zarf of I fear in the land? Is it zarf of this or zarf of this? Let me give you one. You made a very good mistake. Have you ever heard that? Good mistake. You made a logical mistake. It wasn't something stupid. You were thinking, okay, this is the thing. This is the zarf of akhafu, yeah? Let me give you one very important tip. When an comes, an says, you draw a line here.
So it doesn't link to the.
Nothing from after an can link to anything before an.
Okay.
okay
If for example this was the zarf of this, you have to bring it akhafu fil akhaf. For example, let's say Fir'aun said, I fear in my heart. You say akhafu fi nafsi an yubaddila. Nothing from after an can come before an.
So
Very important rule.
structurally, what does undo? So why does it stop anything after?
That's the way it behaves.
Okay.
Is this a tool to make the maf'ul when it's not the word qala?
okay
So
the
maf-
rest will be مفعول
yeah, the rest is maf'ul. A very good mistake, useful mistake. Okay? Right, your turn, now continue. Now.
Is un.
No, what does an mean? That we have a maf'ul, but it's not going to be a word, it's not going to be a phrase, it's going to be a sentence.
Yeah.
What we think to think now, read it. يُبَدِّلَ دِينَكُمْ. Oh, what does ow mean? Or. So now it means it's two.
Two sentences.
So that means that maf'ul is now what?
2 sentences
Before we start breaking it down, it's what? Going to be what? How do we label it?
حرف الأط
But before the harf of what will come?
معطوف عليه
What's the ma'tuf alayh?
يبدل دينكم.
Yeah, أن يبدل دينكم. That's right. أن يبدل دينكم. And then what's the ma'tuf? أو is harf atf.
And يظهر في
في الأرض الفساد. So Fir'aun is saying, I fear this and this. You get it? I fear this and this. I fear this or this, not and, because aw means or. You see? Then, now, very easy now. Is it jumla ismiya, jumla fa'liya?
اسمية
How can jumla ismiya يبدل?
فعلية
فعلية. Is there a marfu after it?
It's catchy.
دينكم.
Is there marfu after it? Is there marfu word?
No.
So the file has to be what?
فعل فاعل
Fa'il fa'il. And then it becomes what?
مفعول
Maf'ul is made of what?
مضاف
مضاف
إليه.
مضاف إليه. Next one. يظهر
It's فعلية.
فعلية. So what you look for? Fa'il and fa'il.
Yeah.
So this fa'il is a file. Is there a word with a dhamma marfu after it?
No.
No. So the file has to be inside.
Yes.
So fa'il fa'il. Then fil ard becomes what?
The
ظرف.
yeah the
ظرف. And then fasad is mansub. What's mansub in jumla ismiya? Jumla fa'liya?
Is مفعول.
Maf'ul. Now again, remember I said fa'il, fa'il, maf'ul, zarf?
yeah.
Order can change around. That's a beginner's tip. You can change it around. So, I fear, fa'il. That, now all it becomes a maf'ul. What's the first thing he fears? That he, because the fa'il is referring to Musa. So Fir'aun is trying to scare his people. Scaremongering. They know Musa has brought his new religion, yeah? So I fear he may change your religion of your forefathers and change your religion of worshipping me and worshipping the pharaohs. I fear that he may change your religion. Or I fear that he will cause mischief to appear. Azhar yusiru, to make appear, to cause to appear. He will cause fasad, corruption and mischief to appear in the land. Do you understand? So the point we're trying to make here is, you have a fa'il, fa'il, maf'ul, and within the maf'ul, you have ma'tuf alayhi, ma'tufa, which are both sentences. You see? And here, I forgot jar and majrur. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? Any questions?
No.
If anybody's watching and they have questions, you can just put a question in a comment. We're trying to help, inshallah. Okay? Or if any of you got a question afterwards, you can ask later on. Or you can put in a comment yourself if you want. Okay? Okay?